Hi, I'm Ralph. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are doing a product review. I had a company called ChefsTemp send me one of their products a few weeks back, and I've been testing it out. You've probably seen it in a few of the videos I've done, such as the beer can chicken or the reverse sear out on a grill. I've done it in a couple others as well, and I think it's been turning out to be a pretty awesome instant read thermometer. It's officially the ChefsTemp Finaltouch X10. It's really great, and here's one feature that I need to show you. It's got standby mode, and when you pick it up, it comes on automatically. Here's the competition. When I pick it up, it does not turn on automatically because you have to go to the back, press the on-off button, wait for it to come up. This one that I just compared it against is a typical type of instant read thermometer that probably most kitchens are going to have something similar to it. I got this at a local restaurant supply. I've also seen the exact same unit at Walmart's, at Target's, in grocery stores. So it's probably got a good chance that your typical household might be using something like this. This, on the other hand, is the ChefsTemp Finaltouch X10 Instant Read Thermometer. It's a Red Dot Award winner for product design. Now, what does that mean? Because, quite frankly, when I heard that, it did not mean anything to me. But my son, when he saw that, he designs and manufactures electronic equipment. When he saw that, he was thoroughly impressed. So when he's impressed, I think I have to be impressed too, because he tends to know what he's talking about. But this is a great product. It's also the world's fastest and super accurate instant read thermometer. It reads in about 1 second. We'll see how that compares with what most people are using in their kitchen right now when we do a couple of tests. It also has a range of between -22 and a positive 572 degrees Fahrenheit. If you compare to your typical instant read thermometer, it'll go, maybe if you're lucky, 180 degrees. This one doesn't even make it a full 180. This one not only does that, it does 180, it'll go all the way to 270. So if you're left-handed, you flip it over, that rotates as well, and you can read it just as well as a lefty as you can as a right-handed person. It's waterproof up to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes. It's got a long battery life. It has about a 3,000 hour battery life. Now the batteries are in the back. You have to unscrew them to get to them, but you won't have to do that for about 3 to 5 years. So don't worry about that. If you ever do need to recalibrate it, that's where you do it, is inside that cover. But for the most part, I would leave that alone because it's all nice and sealed. It's got a hold button on it, and I'll show you that feature here in a little bit when we start testing it. And it's got an auto shutdown mode, so after about 60 seconds, it shuts down into standby mode. If you close it, it just turns off. But anytime you open it up, after 60 seconds, it will shut down automatically and save battery. Let's start doing some of the testing. Oh, if you need more details on this, I have more details on the ChefsTemp Finaltouch X10 down below, and I have a link for more information on it. Here's ice water. Now, we may not hit 32 degrees because 32 degrees is when water freezes, and once it's frozen, it tends to be solid, and you're not really going to be sticking it into something solid, but we should be able to get fairly close. So let's see how this does. Okay, 32.5.3. Okay, not too bad, but it did take a while to get there. Now let's try our ChefsTemp. 32.5. Moment I put it in. Pretty remarkable. Let's try it in the boiling water. Here we are. Now, this is one of those times I would wish that it went all the way over, but it doesn't. And I'm going to have to put a mitt on it because it's going to be hot. So I'm sticking the probe into the boiling water. Okay, we're at 200, 201, 208, 209.4. Okay. Now, one thing I do need to point out. People will tell you the water boils at 212 degrees. True and not true at the same time. It boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit if you're at sea level. Most of us aren't at sea level, and I'm not at sea level. So at my sea level and air pressure, my water boils a little bit above 209. And it got there pretty much right away, within that second. These are pretty incredible. Is it perfect? Mine is not. Here's the con that I found in my case. Oh, let me point out that hold button before I move on to the con. When you read it, let's say you've going for cold temperature and you press the hold button, take it out, you can still read the temperature till you release it with the hold button. Now, back to the con. What's wrong with it? Maybe it's just mine. Maybe it's the unit they sent me. But one of the advertising points that they feature is that it has a magnet in it. Now it has a hole at one end, you can hang it from that hole, but it has a magnet so that you can stick it on things like your refrigerator, your oven, your vent-a-hood. Here's what I got. Not so much. I thought, well, maybe it's just the Whirlpool is their mix of metals is just not quite right for magnets. So I took it out to the freezer in the garage. Same thing happened out there. Tried it to a couple other metal surfaces, not so much. About the only thing I really was able to get it to work on, gun safe, file cabinet. Now it was working fair on my Weber grill outside, but that's a round surface, so you can't really get a flat surface magnet to stick on a round surface very well. So if you have a different type of grill, like a gas grill or a pellet grill that is a little bit more rectangular shaped, got more squared off angles, maybe it would work awesome. Maybe if you had a metal prep table, it would work awesome. For me, did not work so awesome for the magnet feature. Do I need it for the magnet feature? No. Do I really care? No. Did I care that this didn't have one? No, and I bought it anyway. I paid my own money for this. I will be upfront with you. They sent this to me. I did not have to buy it. But I'm also telling you the stuff that I found wrong with it, and the only thing I found wrong with it is the magnet. Maybe you'll have better luck if you get one. Like say, details are down below. There's a link to the product. So check it out. And with that said, I will catch you the next time. Bye-bye.